We have a problem. Yes, yes, they do. There is a reckoning coming. Look at them. Better than the picture that Zero Hedge put up, but we'll keep it on the old Politico for right now. So it's interesting to see all this. If you don't know what's going on, well, all across the world, this is like Democratic election year. 2024, 2020, usually every 4 years or so, this is a big year for democratic institutions, whatever they may be. So, India, Spain, France, Belgium, later on, I think Hungary, America, of course, Britain, Israel. I mean, you pretty much name it. I think that someone said that 90% of the world that still uh, tries this whole experiment, um, they're going through an election of some sort. And Europe had a big European Parliament election today, and also Germany had elections, and France had elections. And the people that are of the progressive side of things got their butts absolutely handed to them. And the reason why, of course, is because people are just really kind of sick of a lot of the stuff that's going on. They're not aligned with it. A lot of this crap is being shoved down people's throats, and they're just tired of it, you know? And it's everywhere. It's 24/7. It's all around. And what that tells me is because, the people that are funding things, they want things to go a certain way. I basically believe you've got a bunch of rich jerks in the back that want to own everything and let you rent stuff at best, which they own, and do whatever they can to make it so you are needing them. Okay. Now, as I said on Crisis Report, if I were rich, I would just go away. Like you wouldn't. There's no desire for power. There's a desire for experience. There's a desire for giving back. I love my fellow humans. I really do. I love people. I was in the pool tonight just talking to some random family from Michigan, talking about all kinds of stuff. And I could even tell they kind of leaned to the left a little bit. But I just like talking to them. I love people. Love talking, obviously. And I would go away. I would. I wouldn't be around. I wouldn't be trying to influence or manipulate or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I would. Maybe I would. But probably not. I'd probably just go away. Probably enjoy my family and myself. Maybe take my money to go do things, fund people to go and step up if I saw some crap going on like I'm seeing right now. And I just had copious amounts of funds. I'd probably try to finance some stuff to go on out there and fix it, or at least help fix it. No, not Klaus and the boys. Klaus! They have to just put their, little 2-inch dingus into everything, right? So I think they're in the background and basically just trying to make it so their bidding is done. Everything. Their bidding is happening. And what do they want? Well, I think they think there's too many humans and they're trying to manipulate things there. That's why there's a big push to make it so, you're more into the dude down the street, or if you're a guy, than the girl down the street, I think, the green thing, that's just made it so they can tax the crap out of everything. They want to curtail your travel. They just want control. They just want control of everything. That's why I think the global conflict thing is there. You know, they have this thing called Build Back Better. Well, to build, you have to destroy. And what better way to just absolutely destroy most of the world than a nice, big, huge global war? So I think that's what's going on there. And you can get deeper into it. You can name names. You could say, and I bet there's a lot of people we don't even know about. But I think a lot of them just want to do this and shape the world in their little narcissistic belief of what's what and that they're a god on earth. And, you know, they're going to do whatever they can to make that happen. And you and I will have cricket stew and they'll eat ribeyes, you know, because they were willing to do the things you and I would never do to get themselves into a place of power. And they're puppets like this man right here. Again, better picture than what they had up on Zero Hedge. You know, these people are puppets, and they're there to basically do what the rich jerks want them to do. And guess what's happening? Well, evidently people really don't like what's going on. They don't want to rent stuff. They want to own it. They don't want bread to be $7 a loaf. They want it to be of a more natural price range. People coming out of college want jobs. Business owners don't want to have the crap taxed out of them every time they just want to, you know, do whatever. Start a business for a laundromat. They don't want to have to worry that some kind of a health crisis is going to come along and make them so they have to shut down forever. So some unelected a-hole can come in and start to dictate the way things are going. They don't want that. So they voted. They voted tonight. They voted, and they sent a message, to say the least. European elections are meant to be worthy but boring exercises in centrist coalition building. Not this time. Well, there's nothing centrist in coalition building to what a lot of these jerks did and have done. Go to the Netherlands, where they're basically trying to ruin farming. Netherlands farming, that's what they do up there. They're the best at it for Europe. And, yeah, they're trying to ruin it, which means that everything goes up in price and everything goes down in quality. People voted against that. Far-right populism. First of all, it is not far-right to believe that your country should have a sovereign border system where any butt-reaming asshole can't just come floating over and do whatever the hell they want. I can't go into the neighbor's vacation villa and say, hey, I couldn't help but notice you guys got some nice cream cheese over there and my bagel needs it. Not happening. So they voted against it. Populism. Yeah, that's right. They don't want their country to become a international cesspool filled with the worst of the worst being sent from third world nations to come in there and frighten and freak out all the women of the country. People voted against that. If that's far right, color me far right. I'm far right now. Across the continent, it was a good, if unspectacular night for center-right and far-right parties and terrible for liberals and especially Greens. First and foremost, Politico, there's nothing fucking liberal about these people in any stretch of the imagination, and I'm really, really tired of them using that word like there's some kind of freedom fighter. You're not fighting for freedom if you're making it so if people disagree with you or put up some form of another narrative that they're threatening democracy. It's disinformation. It's misinformation. They disagree with me. It doesn't matter. People are going to disagree. They're not going to agree with you. You know what you do? You provide facts and better content and better whatever, and you refute and you win by winning people over. You don't shut them down. You don't curtail people's speech because they're sitting there going, wow, you know, this is really starting to harm people, and I want it to stop. That's a conspiracy. No, it's not a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy. So I'm tired of this wording in these rich dick-backed places like Politico where they go far right, you know. Everything is there. What was the one? There was Oh, all the places were trying to say that Israel, that Hamas released the hostages yesterday. That's not what happened. I saw the video. It was a harrowing raid. Now, of course, I'm calling out some BS. I thought it was convenient that it happened on the day that Gantz was going to leave. I don't know about that. But from the video I saw, being that it was legit, let's imagine that it was. It was a harrowing rescue of people. It wasn't a release. So they use these words and all this stuff, and they do it on purpose. And as I said yesterday, with the controlling of the language, it's all on purpose. This is communism 101, okay? It's called Marxist con-fucking-flict theory. And they've been doing it for a long time. And I recognize this because this is the stuff I teach, okay? I've taught courses on sociology. I've taught courses on psychology. This is Rules for Radical by Saul Alinsky. All these idiots. They're at a war. They're trying to fight against you. So now you need to act like it and fight back. Because I'll tell you what, they're coming for your brethren and your family and your offspring. They want the whole damn thing. So you better act like it. France, far right, national, because it's so far right to want to have a good immigration policy. It's so far right to want to have borders. It's so far right to want to have criminals not just running the streets and doing nasty, terrible things that I can't mention to young ladies. That's far right now. Anybody who says that to you or uses that term, you look them in the eye and you tell them straight with no any kind of ambiguity. You tell them that no, that's not. It's not far right to want to have a safe and secure country. That's called natural. It is a natural thing. I'm sure these people aren't housing any of the new neighbors. I'm sure these people aren't keeping their doors open at night so any rando cat can come in and drink the milk on the counter. I'm sure they're not doing that. NATO skeptic firebrands. I'm sorry, we don't want to go to World War III. Pardon me. I don't want my 20-year-old nephew to go die in a freaking European cornfield in a trench. Pardon the fuck me. Pardon me. I apologize. Far right. I'm so sick of that. National rally is on course. Yeah, they handed Macron his freaking butt cheeks. They doubled what he got. Maybe, tickling the nuts of the Russian bear with nuclear weapons isn't exactly a winning proposition. If you've been online, you saw the pictures that I put of the new recruits for Ukraine. They're not winning. 62-year-old grandma or grandpas in freaking fatigues getting ready to go get their face melted from a UAV. That's sad. That is absolutely pathetic and sad. And they just want to keep sending money. And then eventually they're going to send troops. And then eventually they're going to send your grandchildren and your children. They are. And then when they start to really get their butts kicked or problems going, then they're going to send, the older generations, just like they're doing in Ukraine. And why is that? Because some rich assholes in the back want to make the world more like they want to make the world. France needs a clear majority in serenity and harmony. To be French at heart is about choosing to write history and not being driven by it. Okay, it's very poetic, but doesn't mean a damn thing. France National Rally's performance, upcoming snap election on June 30th and July 7th, will be closely watched as a harbinger of whether Le Pen, long the also ran of French politics, whatever the hell that means, learn to write, can ride her party's momentum into the presidency in 2027. So, yeah. Accused of flirting with the Kremlin. So not wanting to get nuked means you're just flirting with the Kremlin now. I don't want my nephew to die. Obviously, I need to go get a set of Russian fatigues and start fighting for Putin. No, I'm not a Putin apologist. I think Putin is a piece of shit too. I think he's an authoritarian who's basically, doing all the crap in his country that I don't want done in my country either. He wants a universal ID. He wants all kinds of stuff that I would never go for here. So I'm not going to go suck him off either. All these people that are in control or in power, rich and all that, they're psychopaths. It is psychologically, sociologically proven. To get to those positions of really high up power, you have to be psychopathic. You do. That's why I don't want anything to do with it. If right now they're like, PrepperNow, we're going to put you in, we love what you're saying, we want to put you into whatever district and yada yada, I'd say hell no. I'm not going. I don't want to do it. I'm going to be here trying to figure out how to get myself as much out of the system as possible, because like today, which is International Saudi Arabia doesn't use the petrodollar day, June 9th, 2024, 50-year lease is over today, June 9th, 1974. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I just want to be left alone. And I'm sure all of you, if I were to ask, do you want to get in? Do you want to do it? I bet all of you are like, I just want to be left alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave my family alone. Please. Stop trying to get your grubby little fucking fingers into everything that I make and everything that I want. But they can't do that, can they? No, they can't. So it's a message. Yep, tonight's message, disillusion, is also addressed to the leaders of Brussels. This great victory for patriotic movements and patriots. Oh, you want to talk about far-right evil? Believing and loving your country. How crazy is that? In line with the direction of history, which is nations. Yeah, we should have nations. Not every nation should be the same. Not every city should be the same. Not every state should be the same. Not every family should be the same. Okay? They sit there and they push this, diversity is our strength crap, but they sure as hell want us to all to be a bunch of uniform communists, don't they? Where's the diversity in that? Says, thank you all for the nice pledge. Yeah, nose picking's correct. You guys are awesome, by the way. You subscribers. I mean, you have no idea how cathartic this is. Thank you for saying that, nose picking. I appreciate you, brother. You guys are awesome. You are. I'm just trying to voice what I feel, and I know a lot of you people feel the same way. A lot of other channels feel this. I hear M.D. Creekmore saying this. I hear Angry Prepper saying it. I hear, whoever, insert. Even the Doomer channels are basically saying it. They're just, trying to make it so you're afraid and either buy their stuff or whatever. But they're saying the same thing. They're saying that we've just gotten to a place of crazy. And this is too much. And that's what's going on with all this. That's how all this happens. So I'll take you over here to this one. This is an interesting one. So these are the supposed great people of the left, okay? This guy right here. Who's this asshole, you ask? Well, hubris, revenge, and breakup brought down big tech's proudest ally. So these are the people you should want to be like, folks. These are the wonders of the world. Joshua Wright, juggling a wife, 3 children, 3 mistresses, and a well-paid career. What an asshole. 3 mistresses? You're a piece of shit. You should be at home with your 3 children. You should be playing basketball with them. You should be coaching them. You should be helping them with their homework. You should be doing all the stuff that a real father would do. Not out there trying to get tanged from 3 different women and meanwhile leading your wife, who probably has no clue, on with it. law professor and antitrust consultant for the big bigs. Former antitrust lawyer, Justice Department, knew secrets that Wright had kept from his wife, employers, and corporate clients. These are the people that they want you to grow up to be. These are the people that say, oh, misinformation is a problem. I bet all these people, if you were to just peel back the hood, if you were to really go in and take a look, I bet they do so much nasty shit that it'd make you cringe. It'd make you vomit in your mouth. So, sexual misconduct allegations cost Wright a consulting business more than $2 million. I hope the tang was worth it, dude. I hope it was. Because I can assure you, with this all out there, your kids are never going to look at you the same way. I would absolutely be embarrassed. I would be dang near like euthanize myself if my children thought that I did any of the crap that I just read to you. I really would. I would be embarrassed. Now, I know people go and they do, stupid stuff and they'll have some side action or whatever. And I'm not endorsing it. I'm not even saying it's okay. People make dumb mistakes. They do, They do. And, if you believe in the Lord Christ, you can atone for your sins and say, I screwed up. Please forgive me of my sins anytime. And hopefully that happens to this man. I mean, bro needs some Jesus, let's be honest. But these are the people that they want us to be like. These are the people that are running the world. These are the people that are in the background making all the decisions that affect us, and why that thing that happened tonight, happened in Europe. What a disgusting thing. What a terrible thing to do. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I saw that and I just started thinking about it. And I saw who he was working for. Of course, I didn't mention here, but it's, I don't know. The people running the world are terrible. A lot of them are. I said this at the end of Crisis Report. I was watching, I was playing around on my phone today, right? I'm on vacation. I'm chilling out. And this video comes up of, because I don't really social media, but I do like YouTube. I do. And video comes up. This guy is sitting there, and you could tell he was kind of down on his luck. And everybody's eating around him and stuff. And this guy, this worker, this dude looks like a road worker, goes over and buys the guy a meal and gives it to him. And everybody around him that saw what happened kind of lights up, right? Now, I don't know if it's staged or not. It looked real. It looked legit. A lot of these are staged. They want to get likes and all that. I get it. But let's take it at face value that it is real. Most people want to do the right thing. Most people aren't worried about power. They're not worried about looking cool. They're not screwing over their wife. Most people want to do the right thing. Most people are good. They want to have a nice, safe security in their country. They want to have economic, growth and wealth to pass on to their family, and their kids are able to walk down the street and not worry about getting attacked. Young ladies can go out at night and live and be free and not worried about getting chucked into an alley and having terrible things done. People are very simple, folks. They really are. I know a lot of you feel this way as well. People are simple. They just want safety, security, be around their people, whoever it may be, and just live a nice life, however long we're here. That's it. That's why people get into things like church and all that. And, they want to be in a community. They want to be surrounded by goodness. They want to feel like their life is worth something. People who did what this guy did, they don't feel like they have true worth. Okay? They're compensating. There's some psychology for you right there. These people that are running the show right now, pure ego. Pure ego. This is what's going on. So there it is. There's Europe's parties right there. Socialists and Democrats are in red. You know, you lean to the left. So as you can see, the right is basically yellow on over to the gray. People are tired of it. They're tired of the narcissism. They're tired of politicians not caring for their communities. They're tired of having to worry about their young ladies going out there, you know. I've got 2 young daughters, and they're getting to an age. You know, they're in protective mode right now, 12 and 10. But I shudder to think if anything were to ever happen to them. And there's places in Europe now, like there's like literal no-go zones. There's places in America that are no-go zones. Those need to be cleaned up. Do you know that 40% of the Islamic population of Britain thinks that there should be Sharia law? Think about that. I think there should be morality in our laws, but I don't think that it should be a theocratic government, you know? That's just nuts. And that's what's happened. Why is that happening? Why are there millions of people? It's because they basically said, let's get a bunch of new neighbors in here. And I can assure you, they are not, you know, in line with traditional values, you know. I heard the story of the hostages yesterday in Israel, and a lot of them were being forced to learn chants and sayings and stuff that, you know, were not in line with their own form of worship. That's subjugation, you know, and that's what's coming. Look up the term jizya, Jizya. Look that term up. That's the kind of stuff that's going on. All that's going on here, as I said last night, what is Trump? Trump is a reaction. It is not a cult. This is not a cult of the right wing. This is a reaction. This is a punch back. This is people saying, you know what? I'm tired of seeing this going on in my country. I'm tired of feeling like a foreigner. I'm tired of walking down the street and seeing the negative, detrimental things happening, going on. You can have immigration. You can have people come to your country. You can. But they got to get in line with the culture. They got to learn the language. They got to learn the laws. They got to learn the customs. They got to learn all that kind of stuff. There is a naturalization process in America. I'm sure there's one in all the Western countries as well. Letting anyone come in to do whatever the hell they want and to act like, you know, some freak of an animal or something like that, that's not going to do it. So people are fighting back. They're tired of it. They're pushing back. And that's what this is. So, yep, Macron has dissolved his government. Belgium, guy resigned. Modi in India, his party didn't do as well as they thought. They actually almost barely lost 2. African National Congress, they have had a supermajority in their parliament for the entire time they've been around, 30 years plus. They lost their supermajority. And my question to you is this: what's going to happen in November? Do you think people are going to allow this to happen here, or in America? Do you think people are going to follow this trend? Because I think they will. So when I hear things like last night, it still kind of ticks me off. This cult. It's not a cult. It's a reaction. People are really, really unhappy with their leadership. And when that happens, what do? You switch. If I'm got a auto insurance company and I get in a wreck and they give me crappy service, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch them out. I'm going to go find someone else that values my money, values my family, values my time, and is going to do me right. And that's what people are looking for. Now, I don't know if it's going to fix it. As I said last night, there's a lot of problems out there. I don't know. But maybe people are really just pissed off and they're over it. Maybe people are just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm tired. I'm sick of the mistreatment. Sick of my rights being urinated on and lost. Sick of being called names. There's a guy on I was at my parents' house, and they're Fox News, they're junkies, they're late 70s, early 80s. And this guy came on, and he's talking to, I think, Pete Hegseth. And he wrote a book, and he's talking about how he was a patriot and a member of our armed forces, and he came home, and he was basically being called a domestic terror person. And he's like, what kind of a country is this? So these people that go and fight and come back, and just because they are patriotic and they feel a little bit differently than everybody else, why are they going to be called that name? Where's the diversity if you're just going to try and make it so one party wins the whole time? Is that truly diverse? Oh, people of the left, is it? Because it doesn't really feel diverse for me, by me. I see politics as like a two hemisphere of a brain system. You got your left brain and your right brain. Europe, they have all over the place, but they form the coalitions, right? Parliamentarian system is different than the presidential system or the congressional system that we have here. It is. We can't just call snap elections like they're doing in France and elsewhere. But, you got to have different ideas. You have to have challenges to things. Things need to be put into check. You can't just have one group keeps doing whatever the hell they want to do and, further and further silencing anybody of an opposition kind of stance. You need to have two different sides of things. You need to have a conservative and you need to have a truly liberal. Tradition's important, but also kind of important to maybe move on and advance a little bit. And you can do both. So, Mennonites that I get food from, they're not driving horse and buggies anymore. They're driving black vehicles, but they're still getting dressed up in the garb and making some darn fine food, going to church. So, you can do both. We're just in a strange time right now, and it's going to be interesting to see where this goes with the American election. It is. It's going to be interesting to see what is allowed. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with these court cases. It's going to be interesting to see what the response is by people. 4 years ago, the Trump people were kind of quiet. They're kind of shy, and they were getting told how dumb they were and all that kind of stuff, and they should just be quiet. And then they saw what that got them. And this time they're not quiet. In fact, I've seen quite a few videos of people clad in Trump regalia sitting there going, WTF you want to say to me, bro? There was this big old dude on a freaking plane, and he had a very pro-Trump shirt, and people were streaming on, and he just had this look like, fucking say it. It's just like I'm so ready to do battle. I'm so ready. I'm so over this crap. I'm so over being silent. I'm so over it. And I think that's the way a lot of people are. I think people are just tired of it. Because it's absurd. What has been allowed to go on is absurd. Seeing some of the greatest cathedrals in our country's history sit there clad in every color and, promoting things that are traditionally not exactly of a religious and Christian nature, it really aggravates people. You can go and you can tell. All you got to do, you can tell when they turn off the comments, People are commenting. They're tired. They're tired of it all. And those comments are going to turn into votes, and those votes are going to turn into change. And my worry here in America is that they're going to try and make it so that all that is suppressed somehow. And what that response looks like when it's all said and done, I don't know. But as we say in Kansas, where I'm from, Katie, bar the door. Because there's going to be some boogans coming in. Oh, man. Katie, bar the door. There's boogans out there. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Europe is giving us a little bit of a window where things are going. And all the other things are backfiring. The court cases are all backfiring. All the people that are these, sage, brilliant people of the left are falling down like this guy. There's a lady in Atlanta, Miss Progressive DA or lawyer or whatever. She stole $15 million and was buying herself diamond rings. Pride comes before the fall, folks. I think I just named what this video is going to be called. I don't know, maybe not. Pride comes before the fall. And there's going to be some people falling. So, don't be like this guy. Be like the person that goes out there and helps a little old lady across the street. Helps in the community, coaches, volunteers for stuff. Goes out and tries to make everything around them better. Your vote is important, but it's really going to make your society better is what you do positively to add to it. That's really it. So hopefully you're doing it. I bet a lot of you are. And if not, because of finance or whatever, go compliment someone. Go give someone a nice compliment. You don't have to pay money to do good things. So, and you don't got to pay money to be appreciated. So I appreciate y'all. Like Nose Pickens said, you guys are always respectful. You're always good. Sure, we'll get a butthead in here from time to time, but it's usually taken care of. So to all my mods, Nose Picking, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate some random dude. I appreciate Scrappy. I appreciate Hudson Valley when he can make it over here. I appreciate Michelle when she can make it over here. Those that have not been around late, Arc Living or whatever, I appreciate y'all. So, yeah. That's it for tonight, folks. Go out there and do some nice things for people. And, you know what? Like I said last night, this is all fine and well, but it's really going to make a difference is what you do for yourself right now. And getting yourself prepped, that's important. But definitely try to take yourself out of the system. Take your money away if you don't like what's going on. And do things to help yourself and your community. Keep your children and God first. not in that order. And go be a boon. So, to the European people, good on you. You're not far right because you want to have a secure, safe country. You're not. You're human. And it's a natural thing to want. So don't let these stupid papers, there's stupid people behind them telling their stupid narratives to feel bad. Don't feel bad because you want safety. That's a natural human right. Okay? It's a natural right. It's so there it doesn't even need to be written down, as I tell my students. All right, friends. Thanks for being here. Hit those buttons and stuff. You see the cool green people like Lisa CC, go on and decide to be a member here. It helps. $2 a month. It's less than a coffee. My wife got a $7 coffee today. Me, I brewed a bunch of coffee in the little half pot thing, put it in the fridge, and woke up and had iced coffee for free. Membership here on the old PrepperNow is $2. Gets you some intel on the inside and stuff, and a guy that's dedicated and coming here at least once a night to talk about this stuff. And now a little salty as of late, but I don't know. I'm just over it. Tired of it. Tired of the crap. Tired of the BS. I got kids, and I want them to have a thriving, good, safe nation. And there's nothing right-wing about that. That's human. So, to all y'all, God bless. You know what to do. Hit the buttons. Engage. Leave a comment. Stack, stock, stick to the plan. Keep your head on the swivel and your powder dry. And I appreciate you coming by. PrepperNow. We'll see you on the next one.